Jeremiyah Love is absolutely capable of carrying Notre Dame to the college football playoff yet again. Jeremiyah Love is 1,000% the best running back in college football. And as of right now, man, look at who the best two running backs were last year in college football. Ashton Jeanty, Cam Scadaboo. Both made the playoff. Ashton Jeanty, the 2024 JanSport Player of the Year. So shout out Ashton Jeanty. The thing with Jeremiyah Love, too, is like, y'all, he was utilized last year, but I don't think he was utilized as much as he's going to be utilized here in 2025. Because Riley Leonard took a fair amount of carries, and he deserved to get those carries. Jeremiyah Love at times wasn't all the way healthy. He didn't have more than 16 carries in any game that he played in and still had over 1,000 yards rushing. That is stupid. To not have more than 20 carries in any game, still be over 1,000 yards, that's video game stuff. And so I think the plan for Mike Denbrock just overall is still to push the ball downfield. I think he wants to do that. But like, he's such a utility player, is Jeremiyah Love. He helps your quarterback out regardless of who it is. Whether it's CJ Carr, whether it's Steve Angeli, Jeremiyah Love is going to be a guy that sees the football. And let's just put another spin on this. Let's say that whoever you have at quarterback, maybe there's some growing pains. Maybe Steve Angeli takes a second to get rolling, or maybe CJ Carr takes a while to get his feet totally underneath him. You can turn around and hand the ball to number 4, and that could be an explosive play for you. Go and watch the Indiana game if you don't believe me. Dude took it 98 yards to the house on one carry with, what he had, the flu, a cold, or something like that. Like, he wasn't 100%, and he just housed it. So Jeremiyah Love, with the home run ability, I think is a big reason why Notre Dame fans should feel confident offensively they're not going to take some step back. You lose Riley Leonard, there's no way to sugarcoat that. But you also, I think about how defenses are going to play Notre Dame in 2025. Whenever Riley Leonard was playing quarterback, on third down, you knew there was a pretty good chance he was going to run the football. If it was 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5, anything less than that, you felt pretty good about 13 carrying the football. But in a world where he's not going to be the guy for you, in a world where you probably have to account for a little bit more of the vertical passing game, one less hat in the box. Less guys in the box means more room for Jeremiyah Love to get busy. You give him a little bit of daylight. I mean, he's a freakish athlete, man. He's gone. So all those things compound for me to think that he's about to have another massive season. He's not sneaking up on anybody, but he's going to be the best player on the field, I believe, in every game that Notre Dame plays this upcoming season. Now, they have a good little stretch to start with A&M and Miami, but still, I stand by that statement, man. I think that he is going to be a force for them in 2025. And he's a guy that, again, can carry Notre Dame, I believe, all the way back to the college football playoff. Now, it's really interesting when you talk about Jeremiyah Love in relation to where Notre Dame football is right now. I don't know that Notre Dame has had a player as explosive as him in recent memory. Like, the first name that came to mind for me, at least, when we were talking about this in the office was Will Fuller, the wide receiver. Different player, felt like same home run ability. Like, Jeremiyah Love, you're not having to throw a deep ball to. You're running the inside zone and thinking he could house at any point in time. And I think the dangerous thing with him is you talk about Marcus Freeman and the recruiting trail and what they're doing rebranding Notre Dame. A special player like Jeremiyah Love being at Notre Dame at a time like this, what does that mean for recruiting? It means you have a blueprint to pitch to any kind of playmaker at the running back position. Hey, if you come here, here's how we'll use you. I think that's pretty attractive. I really do. Like, I think when you look at what Stanford was with Christian McCaffrey, I think there's a reason why they had success recruiting the running back position there going forward relative to what Stanford is. Because you could say, hey, we're going to use you like this kid. We'll throw it to you. We'll hand it off to you using the return game. Like, you're going to get the football a lot of different ways. And if you think that you are in the neighborhood of how talented that kid is, like, you can help us and we can make sure we help you get you to where you want to go. So when we talk about Notre Dame here moving forward, like, the brand is exciting. I think the schedule is going to be early, a good test for them. But, like, if you just split those first 2 games, Jeremiyah Love is who we think he is. Quarterback position is important, but I don't think it has nearly as much pressure as maybe we would pretend it does. I get the position's important with you being the quarterback at Notre Dame and all the optics that come with that. But as long as Jeremiyah Love delivers a level up from what he did a season ago, Notre Dame will be right back where they were a season ago, which, again, is in the college football playoff. And get him in the door, man. We saw what happened. Get him in the door, and those Marcus Freeman traits may just take over.